Hey guys, it's me, Natasha Lynn, and I am here with you today. I am your licensed professional, but I'm here with you today on a somewhat of a controversial topic, okay? So I'm going to tread lightly, and I am hoping not to offend anyone. But, so what the topic is today is basically menopause. I know. It's a little bit of a cringy topic, maybe for some, but we're just talking about menopause and the effects it can have on your hair and your skin. And so I know what you're probably saying or thinking. You're probably like, okay, Tasha, you're probably not experiencing menopause yet. You're probably not even old enough, but preparation is vital. And so I've been preparing myself over the years, just listening to the women that I talk to all the time. I want to know about menopause and, the effects. I want to know how it can affect my hair and my skin. So I've been researching, and I also been just taking my clients, their testimonials about it. They have like information that they give me, and also just from what I see from people who are going through menopause. So I'm just going to share that with you guys today. So just be open to the information, okay? So if you guys do not know, menopause affects normally women from 45 to 55 years old, okay? But it can affect women as early as their early 30s, okay, and as late as your late 60s. So yes, it can affect everyone. Hey sis, how you doing? Thank you. So, but yeah, we're talking about menopause and how it can have an effect on your hair and your skin. So the first thing I just wanted to let you guys know is that androgen, it is our male hormone that we have in our body. And what happens in our bodies is that the androgen in our bodies actually increase. So that's the male hormone. So it actually increases, and it causes thinning of the hair. Yes. And then it causes also facial hair. So this is just something that happens when the body is going through menopause. And estrogen, that's the female hormone. I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with that. That hormone decreases. So that's when your cycle leaves. That's when your hair, you might experience more hair shedding. And also your hair might not grow as long. And then, you got some other things that happen as far as, mood swings and all those lovely things, right? So we have the androgen, we have the estrogen, and those are your male and female hormones. So one thing that does happen in the hair as far as when menopause comes about is dryness and hair loss. Now, again, these things can happen. That doesn't mean that they always will happen, but they can happen. Hey, homie. That's my mother-in-law. I love you. Hey, how you doing? Just Jay. But yeah, tune in and listen to our conversation that we're having. But so your skin will, it can lose its dryness, and it also can lose its elasticity. And that's where we get our fine lines. We lose the fat that is in our skin when we are going through the whole menopausal period. So these are just a few things that also happen to your body as far as night sweats, hot flashes. That can cause having the sweat on the hair can cause hair breakage and hair loss just from the clogged up pores or the salt being on your scalp. So now that we got all of the negative things out the way, I'm just going to show you things that you guys can do to if you can't prevent all of these things, to just prepare so you're not surprised. We don't like surprises when your body is changing and all of a sudden just something happens, you're shocked, you don't know what you're going through. A lot of times women don't even know they're going through menopause, and most of the time that's because we are not prepared. We don't know all the symptoms. We don't know what we're looking for, and we kind of just fall into it. And I think that's mainly because it's such a it's so it's a topic that people don't really like to talk about. So that's what we're doing here today. We're just trying to prepare you for what can happen. Not what's going to happen, but what can happen. Every woman is different, so keep that in mind, okay? So just a few things that I wrote down that you can do to help your hair. If you're noticing dryness in your hair and you are going through menopause, or maybe you're premenopausal, you still might notice some of these symptoms. Just these are options. These are not things that you have to do, but these are options. Braids or protective styles. So with your braids or your protective styles, you would make sure that you are washing your hair or rinsing, the salt out of your hair, and you want to make sure that you're doing that. It just depends on your lifestyle. If you're exercising every day, you might want to rinse your hair out every day or every other day. That's just to get the salt off of your scalp and unclog. You don't want your scalp to be clogged up, because that can prevent hair growth. Okay, so another option is to cut your hair short. Shortcuts do not mean that you're a boy, or it doesn't mean that you're manly, but it's just something that's easier. It might be easier for you to take care of. Also, if you're having night sweats or something like that, it's easy to rinse out and keep it moving, okay? Another option I said was wash your hair frequently, more frequently than you have in the past. And so even though your hair is dry, or if you're experiencing dryness, you still want to make sure that you're washing your hair properly, or washing it enough. And a lot of times dryness can be due to sweating. So the night sweats and the salt that sits on your scalp, that causes dryness. So it doesn't mean you need more oil. It means you need to get the salty sweat off your scalp, okay? Now, after you wash, you want to make sure you're conditioning and hydrating. But just, keep that in mind, okay? So the next thing I wrote down is supplements. Supplements are great, and I always say anybody over 30 years old should be taking some kind of supplement, whether it's a multivitamin, hair, skin, and nail vitamin, or something that is going to give you the things that you are or could be missing in your body. And so normally supplements, if you're taking them, normal supplements, if you are not deficient in that vitamin, your body's just going to absorb what it needs, and it's just going to get rid of what it doesn't need. So it just means you're just going to get rid of it, okay? So and supplements also can help the promotion of hair growth, and also it can help with the collagen production in your skin. Because what happens when you're going through menopause and you're getting a little bit older, the collagen production slows down. So if you're putting more collagen in as far as a supplement, or you can use a protein powder, that's something that I use, it helps beautify your skin and it helps your hair grow as well, okay? So one more thing I was going to say that will help with your hair will be you might want to consider giving up harsh chemicals. So just say you relax your hair all your life and you also get color, maybe give up one, okay? Or if you're noticing your hair breaking severely or falling out, this is the time where you really want to consider giving up the harsh chemical. And I would say my go-to chemical to give up would be a relaxer, okay? It is one of the harshest chemicals, and I don't want to get all on the relaxer spiel, but just giving up a relaxer can change your whole hair texture, and you might see even more growth just by giving that relaxer up, okay? It also will reduce the dryness in your hair as well. So keep that in mind, okay? I know, people are still stuck on the creamy crack. I'm not knocking you guys, but, just take what I say in consideration, okay? As far as your skin, we want to moisturize and hydrate our skin. When we are going through menopause or the premenopausal state, your skin can become less moisturized. Again, those female hormones, those estrogen is starting to slow down. So we have to just replace the oils that we would naturally secrete, okay? And let's see, for women. Okay. So another thing is that, women, they want to wear their makeup, but they're like, oh, I'm drenched in sweat. This was actually somebody had inboxed me about the makeup, and she was like, I still want to wear my makeup, but I'm going through menopause. What can I do? So this was just my suggestion. And the makeup, field is the spectrum is so broad. So tinted moisturizers are really, really popular. Let me get rid of this notification. But tinted moisturizers are very popular, and pretty much almost every makeup brand that I know has tinted moisturizers. So if I'm not for sure if you're using, just say for example, L'Oreal, look for their tinted moisturizer. It's usually lightweight. It's not as heavy as makeup, and it's something that you would just put on to give yourself more of more of a natural look. You can use that. That's just an option. That's something that I would, consider doing instead of putting on something that was more heavier, like a foundation or a full coverage. I would try to go with your tinted moisturizer, because you're moisturizing your skin and you also have, a little bit of coverage going on. And usually the tinted moisturizers have sunscreen in them, so you're doing like a 3-in-1 all together. So that's a good option as well. Just a couple of more things I think I wanted to tell you guys. If you guys have any questions, I'm not a doctor, okay? I haven't experienced menopause yet, but I am a licensed professional, and I've seen a lot of my clients going through menopause, and I kind of got an idea of the telltale signs. I've had a few people who are just like, I'm getting breakage, and I'm sweating a lot, and so my thing is like, have you been to the doctor lately? Have they run a test for you to see if you are menopausal or premenopausal? And they're like, no, I hadn't even thought about that. It kind of creeps up on you kind of quick, because again, it's not something that we talk about every day. Menopause is not something you thinking that, oh, those are for the older ladies. Well, again, you can experience that in your early 30s. So do not think that it can't happen to you. And we just want to be prepared when we get there, right? But if you guys do have questions, I do know a little bit. And if I don't, I'll gladly look it up for you. And you can, if you want to Google it on your own, Google it on your own. But this is just information that I've seen firsthand on my clients. In my 15 years experience, I've seen a lot with hair loss, hair breakage, hair thinning. So if we can prevent that, or if we can prepare for that, we won't be so shocked in the end, right? So let's see. I think that is all that I have. Let me see. Miss Naomi says, yes, it does, because my doctor told me I was premenopausal a couple of months ago. Oh, okay, great. Okay. Well, hopefully this can help you. And then, I might be coming to you and asking you for more information. So when, I know that I'm going through it, then I know how to, what more to expect. Just the few things that I gave you guys are just, it may be a little bit vague, but, it's just these are just a few examples of things that you can experience. Every woman is different. Not every woman will experience hair loss, hair thinning, or facial hair. Not everyone will experience that. So, just take this information to see if you see some bodily changes, and you all are around, between the ages between 30 and 60, just, say to your doctor, hey, I'm experiencing some changes. I think it might be menopause or premenopausal symptoms. Can you run a test and see if I'm there yet? So share this video with someone who is in this age bracket and is female, or even if it is a spouse, maybe he can kind of see what his wife may be going through. But I think that's all I have, and I don't see any questions. So I'll see you guys next week, and I will have a topic for you soon. And thank you for watching. Peace.